Hey everybody, Treasure Valley Aaron again. I am back with a job market update, but this time I'm going to do things a little differently. How am I going to do them different? Well, let's find out next. All right, well, thank you very much for sticking around. And how am I going to do things differently this time, right? Well, I'm going to break things down in the job market here in Boise, but also I like to give my opinion sometimes, right?
Yeah, right.
But I want to be able to separate when I'm giving my opinion and when I'm sharing some facts. So when I'm sharing my opinion, Groucho Marx is going to come out. This is what I'm going to be. When I am sharing my facts, I'll have my glasses off, because then the media can know who I am, right? Because I'm sharing the facts, right? Okay, so let's get right into it. I'm not going to waste any time. Hopefully you find value in this.
This installation has a substantial dollar value attached to it.
For those of you that are out there, maybe in California or another state looking for a job, I hope that maybe one of the job markets that I talk about here inspires you to maybe look a little more into one of the companies or one of the job markets here in the Boise area. And where I'm starting off here is on the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Why am I here? I was trained by the Air Force when I was separating.
I killed a man. Worst thing you can do, nobody can touch me for.
From the military to start here when I was looking at a job to look at that job category or that industry's job market and job outlook. And I wanted to start here because this is what the government is saying. This is the messaging that they're putting out, right? Well, what's good about this site is they break it down by city. Well, a popular city, right? Boise. So Boise actually has a breakdown of occupations. And I've done two different breakdowns here. This one is done by annual mean wage. And then this one is done by employment per 1,000 jobs. So I'm going to start by how much money you could make, and I've organized the jobs by which ones pay the most. Now, obviously, a lot of them are going to be in the healthcare field. Doctors, you just make a lot of money. Pediatricians, family medicine physicians, etc. Okay, so I just coupled all those into family medicine. I don't think that you deserve all 5 slots. How I'm breaking it down is I took the top 5 of this category and the top 5 of this category. Okay, so that's going to be kind of how this video goes. All right, so the U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics, right? First off, I do not feel like the government is actually genuine with all of the statistics that they provide. I do not feel that they are actually being honest with how bad inflation really is. As we know that they've changed how they measure the inflation. They've changed how they define recession. They've tried to change that. I don't think they've actually been successful yet. But yeah, that is my opinion on that. Let's go to family medicine physicians. Now, I've pulled a search from LinkedIn here, starting with family medicine. Let's see, I've pulled in all the amount of experience you would need from entry level to a high level position, full time, and I did on site just so you could really see how many jobs are actually here, because some remote jobs actually are pulling in from other states, so the statistics are skewed. So just keep that in mind when you see each of these LinkedIn pages here. So there's 4 open positions for a family medicine physician. And this is actually my good friend, John Polanco. He's a recruiter in the area. If you are active on LinkedIn, tell him you saw a video with Aaron Brunson in it and you want to reach out to him. Let's see. So Terry Riley is actually the only place that's hiring for family medical physicians, but they are hiring quite a bit in the area. You can see Middleton, Boise, Caldwell, and Cleveland. Is there a Cleveland in Idaho? I'm not sure, but I know that there's a Caldwell. And it also looks like they might be doing a dual hiring here. This was a month ago. They had 0 applicants. Might be worth still putting an application in just in case. Whoever did this job site didn't do a very good job. It's got all kinds of different weird codes in there. Feel free to look them out. It may be, it's sourced from a job board. That's why there's lots of weird codes and stuff. So, look here. It says they have an impressive benefits package. This job is pulling at $120,000 or more. So that's what their starting pay is at. It might be worth looking at if you are a doctor looking to find a job in Boise, maybe moving out of California, trying to get the heck out of there. Let's see. Speaking of being a doctor, let's see. I worked in public health, so technically in the healthcare field, even though I was more of an administrative guy. After the pandemic, I kind of learned, how necessary doctors are in the healthcare field. It's super necessary that doctors have integrity, though, right? I also learned how much I don't want to be in that field, given everything going on. I don't want to be a part of it. That's my 2 cents. I'm grateful to all of those that are in it. Thank you very much for all that you do that is honest. Okay, moving on to airline pilots. I actually did try to filter by jobs on site. There were no jobs in the Boise area that were labeled as on site, but that does not mean that they are not here. We have a growing airport. They're doing renovations on it all the time. These jobs are all remote, but it does not mean that there are not jobs here. Now, what is concerning is that they do say remote. Now, if your airline pilot is flying the aircraft remotely, I can just picture it being very concerning because maybe their hand slips off that remote controller. Maybe they have tons of Cheeto dust all over it, and then something happens with the aircraft. I would not want my airplane pilot flying the aircraft remotely. Drone, that's different. There's nobody aboard. Now, it is looking like there are 21 opportunities, at least, remotely, maybe, in the Boise area. So if you are in the aviation field, give that a look, and maybe there are drone pilots. I don't know. Okay, moving on. Looks like I have a message from Daniel Burr in all of my tabs. Okay, engineering manager. Again, just to clarify, I did skip over a lot of these healthcare fields, so it is going in order. I can break down some of the employment here. I'll come back to this. I'll come back to this here. Engineering manager. Again, $120,000 plus. There are 6 job opportunities as an engineering manager. Those that are in the field of engineering management, you'll probably know more about what you do than I do. Proficient, great company. Albertsons, great company. Some drama in the news if you haven't heard about them. So Albertsons tried to give billions of dollars away in dividends. They're talking about having Kroger buy them. Now, certain members of Congress are not having it. They don't want Kroger to buy Albertsons. For whatever reason, they say it's a trade concern. It's a trade concern. But what? Don't members of Congress trade in stocks? Is that not a trade concern? Anyways, moving on. 6 results. Some good opportunities there. A pharmacy technician has nothing to do with IT management. There are 107 results. Some of these promoted jobs here on LinkedIn, they don't have anything to do with the actual job search. So that's one negative I would say about LinkedIn is the promoted jobs. They just kind of get thrown up there even though they have nothing to do with the job search that you're making. So we could take that down to maybe 100 results. Again, this is at $40,000 plus. Looks like on-site. Some good opportunities here. Assistant manager at Wendy's for an IT manager. I guess managers pulling in some of these here. Feel free to take a look, but there are lots of good IT jobs here in the area. IT specialist. Let's see. Let's look at this one real quick, just so I can show you. So this is a government position, a GS-13 level or GS-12. So that is a good paying job. GS-13 is good. Okay, moving on. Electronics engineer. I'd be surprised if we don't see some Micron here. There they are. This is an intern position, but there's an engineer position. I'm curious. Let's see what this one's looking like here. 3+ years, test engineering experience. I've heard that Micron is a great place to work, great pay, great benefits. It would be worth checking out there. Moving back to this Albertson's position here, IT director, enterprise data and fraud protection. Why do we want to protect fraud? Just a thought. Okay. So this is that original, the BLS.gov by wage. Okay, so the annual mean wage for family medicine in this area is $315,000. Airline pilots, $189,000. Let's see, engineering managers, $145,000. The IT stuff, $119,000, and then the electrical engineers, $115,000. Some really good paying jobs here. Okay, let's move on to the jobs that employ the most people per 1,000 jobs. Okay, so basically, which industries are employing the most people? So it starts off office administrative support occupations. Let's get into it here. Let's see, 40 results. It's good. All right. Interesting. Okay. So we're looking at $40,000 plus. I've come across some administrative assistants throughout my career path, and I have to say that they are one of the more abused occupations out there. And I say that to say this. They're kind of like a catch-all for lots of responsibilities at a company. Their job descriptions, look at this, range from immigration legal assistant to groom tech at Pet IQ. So, yeah, a little different there, right? Sales. Lots of sale positions here. A lot of them will be kind of commission-based, but the good ones have kind of a hybrid, right? You earn a salary and have a commission base. Let's see. Where's a good sales position? Sales. Here we go. Outdoor sales representative, gift craft.
I connect a buyer and a seller.
$40,000 to $100,000 a year. Base salary is $40,000 to $100,000 a year. I don't see anything about it being strictly commission based. I don't think that that's accurate, because that's such a wide range That's definitely not a base salary, so don't read into that as being a base. Let me see if I can find another one for you. Okay, this one's not sales, but I couldn't just pass it up. Social media brand manager for any of you digital marketers out there, kind of like myself. This would be a cool place to work. Russell Brunson, brother from another mother. He has an office out in Eagle, Idaho. So his company is hiring. It's ClickFunnels. Must be a cool place to work. I've seen his content. He seems like a cool guy, I guess. Let's see. Does he offer anything? 65,000, 75,000, 100% employer paid health benefits. That's pretty cool. Paid holidays, unlimited PTO, and a flexible schedule. Sounds like a cool place to work. I like where I'm at. Okay, transportation. To all of you CDL drivers out there.
You can see a truck driver nodding off.
You guys are probably one of the most underappreciated industries, occupations out there in the whole United States. I feel like you guys are really not treated as well as you should, even on the road. See, there's quite a few jobs out there for you guys. 146. If you're looking for a job in this area, lots of driving stuff here. I just saw a big company, Lowe's. They're looking for a full-time driver, delivery driver. I don't know. You guys can tell me more about this stuff here. I'm trying to find pay. It's at least $40,000. I don't see any listed pay in the job description. Let me try to find another one here. Sherwin Williams. Did they mention pay? Full-time. No pay there. Driver at night. Daily pay, but it doesn't say how much. Ask a recruiter for details. Civil engineer in this job description here. Okay, maybe this first one here. All right, I don't want to take too much time trying to find something that'll tell me how much they pay. But yeah, do some research. This one says competitive pay. That's kind of like a, what is that defined as term, right? All right. Production management. Deloitte, big company here. 40,000 plus. Reasonable estimate of current range, $86,000 starting for production management position. Pretty cool. That's nice. Operations manager, Hoff Companies. Fair pay, 401k, competitive benefits. 8 to 5 job, Monday through Friday. Doesn't say how much they pay though. I love when job descriptions put, the compensation. Okay, moving on to our last one here, financial analyst. All you financial gurus out there, senior analyst. Deloitte put their pay there. Pay range is $59,000 to $96,000. Wow. Okay. That is awesome. Okay. So there's 26 current jobs for that role there. Oh, I didn't say that. And there was 26 for production manager. Okay. Going back to employment per 1,000. Office administrative support roles. There's 142 per 1,000 people. Sales and related occupations. There's 89 jobs available per 1,000 people. Transportation. I skipped the food because I don't know that too many of you would want to work in fast food, but there are 83 per 1,000. Transportation, 78 per 1,000. Production, 64 per 1,000. I skipped this one because we kind of covered that one. And then construction, I skipped that one because we already talked about the housing market a lot. And financial operations, 53 per 1,000. Pretty cool. All right. So I found this article when I was looking at this stuff. The Spokesman Review. Experts, Idaho not headed for recession. This is from November 2nd, 2022. So this is pretty current. I have some notes here. Idaho will see a modest slowdown in unemployment growth next year, but won't dip into a recession regardless of what happens nationally. Nice. The forecast calls for continued in-migration into the state, with the overall population increasing from about 1.94 million this year to 2 million in 2025. In-migration meaning people from other states moving into the state of Idaho. Non-farm employment is projected to increase from 829,000 to 895,000 during that same period. There's going to be more and more jobs here. It's difficult for an economy to contract while simultaneously adding more people, jobs, and higher wages. The only major blip highlighted by the report is in single and multifamily home construction, which is predicted to drop nearly 24% in Idaho next year, followed by an additional 7.5% decline in 2024. All right. So let's take this scenario, right? This can mean one of two things. They're saying home construction in Idaho is going to drop 24% next year. Okay. But people are going to be moving here in more and more numbers next year, which means there's less houses for those people to move into, which could mean the house prices continue to go up. Okay, that's scenario one. Scenario two, there's a national recession. Idaho prices still kind of need to match the national level of prices, home prices. So it may stay around the same or it might go down a little bit. Kind of take your own judgment and make your own decision, but consider this information right here as well. In Ada County, the median price of a home last month was $561,000, up about 4% from September. In Canyon County, the median price also increased, up 1.8%. So if scenario one here is true, those home prices are only going to continue to increase. And if what Dave is thinking is true, if you buy now, you're going to look like a genius over the next couple years. Interest rates are down, right as I'm saying this, to 6.5%. If they continue to go down and you say you bought now, you could refinance. So it's just kind of like make the best decision for you, but I wouldn't want to chance that 24% is huge in production. And with the amount of people coming here, I don't know. It's hard for me to speak because I'm already here, right? So just bear that in mind. I wasn't wanting this to be a housing market update. That's not my position. That's Dave and the real estate agents. But it does have a bearing on the job market here because as home construction is impacted, Micron is bringing jobs here. Tons of companies are bringing jobs here. So they have to have houses to house those people for the jobs. And I didn't put on my glasses for that opinion piece. I'm sorry. Anyways, okay. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope that this was helpful for you if you were looking for a job here. Please let me know if you have any comments or questions. If you have any questions about a job category here, if you have questions about job categories here that I didn't cover, I would be happy to do some research and let you know. I'm fairly active on LinkedIn. I'd be happy to reach out to my network if you're looking for a job to help you find a job. Let me know however I can help you on the job side of things, and then let the team know, Maureen, Steve, and Dave, on the house side of things, how they can help you. As always, we are always looking forward to helping you get home.